Yes, it's what everyone calls me. I guess I'm partly to blame. I have never made it a secret that I'm actually only half orc. I am a lord's son, yet I've been denied the noble privilege to which I'm entitled. So I have become the Grey Prince, noble in my own right. Still, if I could prove who I really am and show the world that an orc can be noble in blood as well as deed, maybe, yes, you could help me.
Agronak Malog, also known as the Grey Prince, was a pale-skinned orc of noble birth that was born from the love of the imperial nobleman Lord Lovidicus and his orc mistress named Luktuv Gromalog. In reality, Lord Lovidicus was a vampire of the Cyrodiilic strain, and thus could hide his vampirism from his lover. Blinded by love, he revealed his secret. Luktuv was appalled and fled the noble's fortress of Crownhaven, locking Lovidicus in his private quarters. Trapped, he slowly went insane as his hunger for blood grew, and Crownhaven was left for ruins. The fort's burial halls would later become home to a group of feral vampires. Luktuv moved to the imperial city and birthed a son and named him Agronak Malog. He was evidently gifted with inhuman abilities due to his vampiric lineage, and Agronak went on to become the grand champion of the imperial city arena and became famously known as the Grey Prince. Luktuv told him of his noble birth, but fabricated a story of being chased from the fort by a jealous Lady Lovidicus in favor of telling Agronak that his father was a vampire. There is no proof that Lady Lovidicus ever existed to begin with, but it's probably pretty clear that she was never a thing. In 3E 433, Luktuv died, but before she passed away, she gave her son the key to the private quarters of Crownhaven, telling him it would unlock the secret of his birth. Agronak was anxious to prove his birthright and show the world that an orc can be noble in blood as well as in deed, but his training prevented him from journeying to Crownhaven. In his place, he sent a fellow arena combatant. The combatant freed Lord Lovidicus, but after decades of hunger, the vampire attacked the combatant and was slain. The combatant located the journal of the Lord Lovidicus and returned it to Agronak. But before we go back to the Grey Prince, I want to go through this journal. And we'll start with entry 1. Beauty, pure and sublime. That is the only way to accurately describe my love, the maiden Gromalog. True, the orcs of Tamriel are often vilified by the other citizens of the Empire, and rarely would they be considered a pleasure to look upon. So is my maiden Luktuv a rare breed of orc, unlike the rest of her kin in physical appearance? Nay, in fact she is the perfect representative of her race. Green skin, muscular frame and all, but beautiful she is all the same. For who am I to judge? Who am I to criticize when so many would condemn my very existence? I can only hope my love is as understanding when she learns of my unique condition, for I have yet to reveal that most precious of secrets. Entry 2. Damn the politics of my station, taxation and trade negotiations, and meeting with disingenuous aristocrats. It's sometimes enough to make me regret my birthright altogether. I spend the latter half of my life hiding my identity, guarding my secret. But now I am faced with an even greater challenge, for if word were to get out that I have fallen in love with a servant, and an orc no less, I would be all but ruined. Such is the life of the Cyrodiilic nobleman. Entry 3. Curse me for a coward, but I have not yet found the strength to tell my beloved Luktuv the truth. Perhaps it's for the best, for what benefit is there in her knowing? She would share all of my fears, but none of my abilities. Her life would become one of doubt and uncertainty. Still, if she is to spend her remaining mortal days with me, she has the right to know the truth. Entry 4. Joy and exultation. She is with child. My beloved Luktuv is carrying my child. The midwives predict a boy, and we have already settled on the name Agronak. In truth, I never realized such miracles were even possible, but the divines have granted us their blessing, and so it shall be. I must wonder, of course, if my dear child will share in my dark gift. Only time will tell. Entry 5. Tonight the truth will be revealed. I will tell my beloved Luktuv everything. She will know who and what I am, and we will decide how best to raise the precious child that grows in her womb. Entry 6. Betrayal, foul and loathsome harlot. How dare Luktuv question my motives, question the love I have for my own unborn child. When she learned the truth that I, the Lord Lovidicus, am no longer human, that I have walked Tamriel as a vampire for the past 200 years, how quickly she judged me. So I am a monster, am I? Perhaps I should have proven her right. Perhaps I should have drained her dry when I had the chance. But I loved her as deeply as a man has ever loved a woman, and I wanted nothing more than to bring our baby into this world and embrace my new role as a father. Perhaps when Luktuv has come to her senses, for she refuses to come out of her room, we can have a rational discourse about our future. I do not, however, retain much hope. Entry 7. Imprisoned in my own home. While I slept, Luktuv locked me in my own private chambers. She called to me through the doors, told me of her plans to escape with our unborn child. She means to keep my baby from me. When I get free, I will find the treacherous whore and rip the child from her very womb. Entry 8. 2 weeks. 2 weeks have passed since Luktuv locked me in my quarters. Try as I might, I cannot free myself. I cannot breach the doors. If I don't feed soon, I feel I will go mad. Entry 9. Food, blood, 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 blood. I need it, I need it, I need it. Blood, need blood. Entry 10. ... Back to the Grey Prince. Although grateful, Agronak was devastated to learn that he was a monster and became suicidal. As such, he made no attempt to fight back when challenged for his rank and died in the arena later that year. Agronak Malog is the only known case of someone having been sired by a vampire, and surprisingly, he's not a vampire himself.
You've returned. So, have you been to Crowhaven? Have you... What's this? The Journal of Lord Leviticus? My friend, you've done it. This is wonderful news. The words of Lord Leviticus himself. Perfect. Now, let's see what this journal says. Interesting. But... Wait. Can this be? But, by Shinji, I'm the son of a vampire. The journal. My father's journal. It says I'm part vampire. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. I'm no Grey Prince. I'm the spawn of evil. I thought my father was a nobleman, not some blood-sucking monster. I can't... all a lie. A lie. What are you waiting for? Kill me.